What is up, YouTube? The weekend needs to last like an entire third day. I'm not ready to go back to work tomorrow, but I was supposed to live stream last night and I didn't because I ran into some news on YouTube, which we'll get into in just a few. And so I said, you know what? Let me think about this for a sec. And I let it kind of stew in my head a little bit. And I decided I was going to do the live stream today instead. That way I could kind of focus on what I wanted to do. Had a good time last night, though. I did go to the fair, and they did not have what I saw there years ago when I first went to the fair. They did not have that like bungee jump type thing. So my thoughts to live stream me jumping didn't work out, but that's okay. I've got something else in the works for this week, along with Jen from AZ Patriots, which we will live stream. And it's a little more patriotic and not as much self-serving as me free falling would have been, but it's still going to be fun. So something that's going to happen tomorrow night, there is an event here in the Phoenix area at GCU where Trump Jr. and Charlie Kirk will be on campus doing another one of their, campus meeting type things through Turning Point USA, associated with them type of thing. And I am going to be there. Me and Mr. Atomic are going to go. I am trying to get Snafu to go too. We'll see if he wants to play along. So I think that'll be exciting. I haven't been to one of those yet, and I really need to get better about looking these events up. I'm kind of bad about that. I'm not your average YouTuber that like, this is all I do. Okay. Like a lot of the bigger channels that cover politics, this is all they do. They don't have a day job. I do have a day job. So there are times where I'm just like, dude, I don't want to do anything when I get home, including YouTube. So that does happen, but I do need to get better about looking these things up, especially as we get closer to 2020. So what we are going to do tonight, and why I waited, because I kind of wanted to find out more information about what was going on with RKTNN. I'm quite sure if you guys watch my channel, you have seen a video from Randall. Okay, Randall is the content creator on RKTNN. RKTNN stands for Randall K. Taylor News Network. He's been doing this for a while now. YouTube was his job. And for those of you that don't know, Randall, unfortunately, suffered not one, not two, but 3 strokes in the past couple weeks. Okay. Yeah. So, and I'm not giving out any information, you guys, that hasn't already been given out by his family on his channel. So there is a GoFundMe, which I'm going to post the link here in the chat room, that I'm asking all of my viewers, if you can, please make a donation to their GoFundMe for Randall's family. And I know some of you guys know, some of you guys know this, that Randall has criticized my channel in the past. And Snafu came to my rescue and was like, you don't even know Atomic, but it's all good. It's all good. He's a good guy and he's got a lot of good information. And that was doing YouTube was one of his main incomes for his family. So while he is being rehabilitated right now, he's in a rehab center for his strokes, trying to get better. His speech is severely impaired, so he can't make videos. After the first one, he did make a video or two, and he tried to keep going, but then a second one happened. From what I understand, his daughter was there and was able to, call 911 and whatever. And then he had a third one while he was in the hospital. So he is unable to sit in front of a screen and do his videos. And they have no idea when the next time he's going to be able to do it. So imagine going from a 2-income family to a 1-income family. that's very difficult. And I'm sure there's a lot of medical bills related to that. His family had to move, I guess, to be with friends or family because they financially couldn't keep going. I think they were in California. I believe they were in California. And he is still being treated, I believe, from what I understand, in California. I could be wrong. And then his family is elsewhere right now. And they're in a state that isn't like Southern California, where the weather, is nice most of the year. It sounds like they're going into colder weather where there's a possibility of snow. So obviously the kids need warmer clothes, they need food, all that kind of stuff. They had to uproot their entire family because of this. Randall is very young. I think he's in his mid-30s, if I remember understanding right. And he has got good information, you guys. He really does. He has a really good quality channel that reports the news, reports on the border, reports about all sorts of politics. And he's a good guy. He's funny. He's funny. He's made me laugh a few times. So quite a few times, I should say. So I wanted to make sure that I share that with you guys. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Even though he's not making videos right now, his daughter is updating. She is trying to carry the channel, even though she's young. She's trying to carry the channel on so that he doesn't lose his subscribers. So when he does recover, he can continue his channel. I think that's amazing. I think it's fantastic. Cat lover in the house. Wait, are you cat lover from RKTNN? Are you that cat lover? Let me know in the chat. Because I'm pretty sure there's somebody. Yes. Okay. All right. So I don't know Randall personally. I've never talked to him except for one time through Facebook, where I told him, hey, just so you know, somebody just completely swiped your entire video from beginning to end and posted it on their channel as their own. So this same person also swiped one of mine and one of my live streams and posted it on his channel. I mean, my intro and everything, Atomic News, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh no, honey. So I told Randall, and I'm like, copyright that, Randall, go get that off. And so I think he did, and so did I. And this channel is no longer in existence because they must have done it so many times that they got shut down for copyright. So that's the only interaction I've had with Randall. But I made a donation. I'm going to be making another donation. Most of my income comes in the middle of the month, so I plan to be making a second donation to his family in a couple weeks. But I would prefer to ask all of my viewers, instead of doing super chats to me tonight, I'd really like it if you would make a donation, even if it's $5, $10, whatever you can, to his family and help him, because I can only imagine what that would be like. So I put the link in again just one more time into the chat. So I want to make sure that you guys are all aware of that link. And if for some reason you can't open that link, let me know. I can direct you. Well, you can go on to RKTNN in the last video. I think it's in there. See, there's the hyperlink and you can click on it. It'll take you there if you don't want to do it right here. So anyway, moving on. And I'm going to repeat this again later in a shorter version later on in the live stream for the new people that come in. All right, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and everybody needs to hit that like button tonight, okay? Because we need to get this video in the algorithms so that other people can see it, not just to see me, but so they can know, so that for people that don't know about RKTNN, they learn about what's going on, and hopefully they'll make a donation to his family too as well. So that is the only GoFundMe link that you guys should be using. I don't know if it's a family member or a close friend that's running it. I don't know if somebody else is going to start, a GoFundMe for him, but I felt it important to use that exact link that they requested. So shout out to Randall. I hope you get better, dude. I look forward to seeing videos from you again in the future because you're tough. I know it's going to happen. So anyway, I'm wearing my Trump shirt today. Okay. I had to step out and do some things today. And I really find it's interesting when I wear my shirt, what happens. So I was eating lunch with my mom, and we were at this place, and it's like a salad buffet. And I get a lot of people that come up to me and go, I like your shirt. Okay, it happens all the time, especially when I was up north near Laughlin. Woo! That's heavy red territory. But I was pleasantly surprised. I had a Muslim woman. Okay, she's in her hijab. All right, so I was like, boom, right there, Muslim woman. She came up to me and she said, "I want you to know I love your shirt." And I was like, "Excuse me, you guys, I shit you not." All right, and I was like, "Whoa, okay." I'm sure there are a lot more out there, but you don't hear about it, okay? I don't know if it's just their community does not like to vocalize it, or they're a very private community, or just in general, people just don't talk about it, but apparently they exist, okay? So I was pleasantly surprised by that. I did have these two ladies who stopped me as I'm walking to my table, and they're like, hey, I really like your shirt. We're big Trump supporters. And I was like, here's my business card. Watch my channel, subscribe. So that was pretty cool. And then I had this old white dude, okay, fat dude. he leans over to me as I'm walking over to get some soup, and he goes, "You're stupid." And I was like, what? I assume it had to do with this, but I was like, okay, have a nice day. I mean, what did he think? Do you think I was going to go stand in the corner and cry? Oh my God, the fat old man told me I was stupid. So, anyway, it's always a good time when I wear my Trump shirt. So I am going to have to watch this though tonight, because I have to wear it tomorrow if I'm going to be seeing Trump Jr. Well, I'm not going to be seeing him personally one-on-one, but if I'm going to be there, I have to show Trump support. So let's get into the news, you guys. So what's going on the border? Now, I was going to do a live stream the other night about El Chapo's son, so you all might have learned about this by now. So I may be late to the game with this, but Mexico had El Chapo's son, and now they don't. So I'm going to go to this really poorly written article. Okay, you guys, this is so awkwardly written. This was written by Borderland Beat. I had never heard of this site before. This is just the article that I got, and I'm sure there's other articles too, but this particular one is so awkwardly worded, it's not even funny. So I'm going to kind of paraphrase it all for you, because if I read this, you all would be hitting the thumbs down button. Okay, don't do that. Hit the thumbs up button. So basically what happened, in Sinaloa, Mexico, there was a 4-hour shootout between authorities and the cartel. All right. So apparently this was very surprising, which I thought, really? You're surprised in Mexico by a shootout between the cartel? But I guess they don't usually go on for this long and aren't quite this deadly, apparently. But apparently there were bodies in the streets, cars were set on fire. They had to call the cartel for reinforcements. Hi, we need you. Okay, and these mofos brought in grenade launchers, and it was on the back of a giant truck. Okay, it was so heavy they had to truck it in. Okay, we're talking some serious fire. You're there. Okay, serious fire. It was a 4-hour shootout. 4 hours. All right. Apparently they captured him, but then they released him, and I can't find exactly why they released him. But hello, why would you? I mean, there is your moment. All right, to have not just El Chapo here, we got him here in the States, but now we could have El Chapo Jr. And Mexico fucks it up. That's how it works. That is how it works, okay? So let me see if there's anything I can pull out of this that's not so awkwardly written. Okay. Oh, here's the picture of their setup in that truck. Can you guys see that? They had to truck that in. I don't know if that's a grenade launcher or if that's like a massive gun of some sort. I don't know, but check that out. The cartel. They just brought that puppy right in. Excuse me. Yeah. So, and then here is a picture of all the cars that were set on fire. And I don't know if this is from grenade launchers or if somebody set them on fire for like distractions or whatnot. But yeah. Can you imagine being present in a 4-hour shootout? I guess the locals were trying to get out. And you see video of, lady running with her baby in her arms, and the baby's like flailing, is that the word, flailing about. And then this one dad covering his daughter, protecting her from gunfire, and she's like, "Can we get up now, Dad?" And translate to something like, "No, my love." And so I'm sure that was very scary. Imagine the worst. Okay, mass shooting here. How long does that go for? Not 4 hours. So I'm sure that was a pretty scary event. But leave it to Mexico to screw it up and not hold on to El Chapo's son. Good job. Good job. All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me find my article here. For those of you that are just stepping in, this particular live stream is dedicated to RKTNN. I'm going to post a link in the chat right now. For those of you that don't know, RKTNN, Randall K. Taylor, he has his own political YouTube channel, and he's been around for quite some time. He has had 3 strokes in the last few weeks and is unable to continue his YouTube channel at this time. Okay, that may change later on down the line. So his family has lost all of that income, and they're doing a GoFundMe, and I wanted to shoot that out to all my supporters here and ask you not to super chat me tonight, to please instead make your donations to Randall and his family, okay? Because as you can imagine, 3 strokes are quite expensive, especially if you lived in California. So what's going on the border right now? Oh, before I get into that, I was just doing some research, all right, because I do that. And I was looking at the websites for all the Democratic candidates for 2020, because I'm like, all right, let's see what they got. Let's see if any of them are going to be in Phoenix anytime soon, because I wouldn't mind going to one of their rallies and seeing what kind of bullshit they spew, right? And I was, I guess, not surprised to see that every single one of their websites, okay, Beto, Bernie, Kamala, Elizabeth, okay, you go to their website for their campaign, and the first thing that pops up, donate, give me your money, okay? That is the first thing that pops up. And on some of their websites, it's very difficult to figure out how to get past that, almost to a point where it's like, if you want to see anything further, you need to donate. All right. Yeah, and I'm looking for, the 3 little dots or like a menu. I'm like, where can I click out of this? Is there an X? Like, how do I get out of this? Back me out of this. I want to see their event schedule, their platform, because they should post on their websites what they're running on, basically. And they make it extremely difficult to get past the very first donate to me. Boom, 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 donate to me. Give me your money. Give me your money, says the Democrats, because that's all they can do. Give me your money so we can do nothing but waste it. And every single one of you guys, if you don't believe me, after this live stream, go look for yourself, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Go to Trump's campaign page. Is that the first thing that you see? No. Okay. Is it there? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's there. I mean, of course. But no. You can access the menu. You can access the events. You can access, his platform. You can see all of that. But it's not the first thing that shoots out at you and basically is almost like forcing you to donate to get any farther. Okay. That's the difference between Donald Trump and the Democrats. Right there. Just think about it for a minute. Just think about that. Seriously. So, okay, going to the border. So, on the 16th, which was this past week, Border Patrol agents continue to intercept vehicles smuggling hard narcotics. And we, in the last few live streams I've done, we've talked about similar articles to this. Okay, these are directly off of Customs and Border Protection. Okay, it's their website that I'm getting this off of. It gets tweeted to me. I get alerts every time Border Patrol tweets. So I pick out the articles that I think are the most interesting, because some of them I'm just like, yeah, basically. So U.S. Border Patrol agents assigned to the Eagle Pass South Station seized approximately $614,000 in narcotics at the U.S. Highway 57 immigration checkpoint in 3 separate events over the past 9 days. Seizures of hard narcotics have increased dramatically this year, despite the deep concealment methods used by criminal networks to smuggle them. We've talked about those methods, okay, coconuts. Instead of having coconut milk in them, they had the liquid methamphetamines. We've talked about this, okay? They're getting creative. So there's a photo here. I don't know if it'll, well, let me make it bigger, but you can kind of see those packets on the front seat there? That's drugs. So they don't have it under control. The cartels are still trucking it in. I mean, yeah, we are busting, we are getting some of it, but not all of it. Guaranteed we're not getting all of it. There's a video that I saw about 2 weeks ago, actually. It's from Arizona Border Recon, and I've been in touch with them recently, and it's their trail cams, and you can literally see all these people packing in camouflage with these big, huge backpacks on their back, and you know what's in those. Those are mules right there, okay? They're bringing drugs across the border. And though we may catch stuff like this, it's stuff like that that still gets through, okay? And we've even seen, over on the, New Mexico, kind of El Paso side of the border, they'll bring them over on drones. They can weigh it down only so much, I'm sure, but they bring it over, the drone brings it over the border, boom, they drop it in the desert, and then somebody comes along, picks it up on our side, okay, because they've got people working on both sides. It's really, yeah, you think I'm crazy? They do it. The drones are multifunctional. The drones are used not just to see where Border Patrol is on the border, but they also are used to drop drugs, for drug drops, all right? They're also used as a guide, okay? They send the drones over the border, and they tell the groups of people crossing at night, follow the drone, because you can see those flashing lights and you can hear the buzz, okay? And they walk through the darkness at night following those drones. That's not something that happens very often on my side over like Arizona and Southern California. That doesn't happen very often, the follow the drone thing. That's more kind of a New Mexico, Texas thing. I don't know if that's just because of the technology that the cartel has over there or not, but yeah, it happens. So they're saying these types of drugs are among the most dangerous the nation has ever faced. But thanks to the tireless efforts of our agents and canine teams, a significant amount of them will not reach our communities. So what they're saying is a significant amount. Okay, what a significant amount is, they don't define that. We don't know, but it just says basically they're still getting through. So, and it's going to continue. I remember a day when the Democrats, that was like their thing. That was their topic. The war on drugs, blah, 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 blah. How could we fix this? And nothing. Why? Because they don't care. They don't care if Joe Schmo ODs in the Popeyes parking lot. They don't care. All right. The new subject, by the way, for the Democrats this week is no longer impeachment, because you guys know how the cycles, we've talked about this many, many times. Every week there's something new, and they all parrot each other on social media. It was impeachment for, like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Now it's Syria. Okay, what do you guys think it's going to be next week? Any ideas what it might be? Put it in the chat right now. I'd be curious to know what you think the next subject will be. And every week it changes, and every week they parrot each other. And I find it really funny, though. The one thing that came up this past week is that the squad is basically endorsing Bernie Sanders for president. So what they're saying is they're endorsing a candidate who is pro-socialism, who is, how old is he? Like 78, I think. Just had a heart attack. Man just had a heart attack. Okay, yeah, he survived it and he's still going, but still, man just had a heart attack. And they're endorsing him for president. So they want to give America a man who's not even healthy. Okay, he could die right then and there, like while he's president, have another heart attack, and a man who wants socialism. Okay, when Donald Trump was elected, didn't he have to provide a letter, or didn't he provide a letter about his health, basically saying that he was a healthy individual? Like, should we ask Bernie for this now? Because what if he was to pick somebody like, okay, this is just a far-fetched thing, okay, conspiracy theory. What if he chose Hillary as his VP? All right, so what if they got elected in and he has a heart attack and dies, and then guess what? Guess who's president? See how that works? Okay, so I think we should be very careful and watch who he selects as his running mate. So I noticed you guys were talking about RKTNN there. I'm going to pop that link in for you guys one more time. If you are able to donate to his family, there is the link, his GoFundMe. RKTNN has a fabulous political news channel. He's amazing, great guy. His family's having a really hard time right now because he had 3 strokes in the past few weeks. And so this live stream is in support of him. Please, you guys do not super chat me tonight. Please send any donations that you would have sent to me to Randall's family through that link. I would really appreciate it. And you know what? In the notes, you can put a little note there when you send it off to them. Just say, hey, I'm one of Atomic News's subscribers, and I saw, I heard about what happened, and she sent me over here. Okay, just so he knows his fellow YouTubers are supporting him. So I think that would be really cool. So going on, let's see. What else do I got for you? Let me shift back to my article. See this whole list of, like, well, you guys probably can't see it. Those are all my articles like I have for you guys. And I can't tell you guys about all of them, but let's see. Okay, so there's a collaboration between Yuma Border Patrol and Mexico. Okay, this is also off of the Border Patrol website. It was a tweet. This was an article on the 17th. Collaboration between Yuma Border Patrol and Mexico nabs wanted murder suspect hiding in Mexico. U.S. Border Patrol agents worked with the government of Mexico to identify and extradite a wanted murder suspect who fled to Mexico to evade arrest in the United States last week. At approximately 7 a.m. on Sunday, the Yuma Sector Foreign Operations Branch received information regarding an individual encountered in Mexico by Sonoran State Police, who claimed to be a United States citizen. I wonder if he was trying to use that in his favor. Records checks verified that the individual was a United States citizen and wanted by the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Okay, this is somebody who is wanted here in Arizona in connection with a homicide in Casa Grande, October 10th of this year. Okay, and I remember seeing articles about this in AZ Central, and they were popping up on my phone or whatever. But the FOB coordinated with Tucson Sector Border Patrol agents to transfer custody of the wanted subject from the government of Mexico to Pinal County Sheriff's Office the following day. The 20-year-old man was booked on attempted murder and murder charges. So basically goes on to say, Yuma Sector consistently conducts binational collaboration efforts with our government of Mexico. With, how's this word? Oh, this is quoting somebody. I'm like, that doesn't sound right, but they're quoting somebody here. They consistently conduct binational collaboration efforts with our government of Mexico partners to enhance public safety in both the United States and Mexico. The Yuma Sector Deputy Chief Patrol Agent Carl E. Landrum said, we integrate efforts and incorporate partnerships with the local, state, federal, tribal, and international law enforcement entities who are likewise charged with protecting our citizens and communities to fulfill our mission of border and national security. I like the fact that they added tribal in there. And some of you may not know, for those of you that don't live near the border, there is tribal land on the border, okay? When you go down to Yuma, you hang a left and you hang a left and you go down, you basically follow the border to your left, you're gonna run into an Indian reservation. You're gonna end up on reservation land. And they don't always like to help. They're not very helpful. They don't like the fact that the border wall is gonna be built in that area. I'm sure that is involving a lot of legal stuff. But I feel bad saying this, but yeah, we'll just take it if we need to. Honestly, we will. Sorry, Indians. But they don't like to cooperate very much as far as helping in regards to immigration issues. They want nothing to do with it. They just want to live their little lives on their land. And so I was surprised to see that, but it's kind of good to hear that as well. So, so the other thing I wanted to talk about in relation to illegals. Ooh, if I was in New York, I'd be fined right now. I said illegal aliens. So I found an article through the Washington Examiner. It says 2020 Democrats' health plan for illegal immigrants to cost $23 billion. How about that number? That's $4,600 each. And, you know, kind of do the math in your own head. That's now, okay? What about the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands that are still going to be coming through the border because we have not yet fixed our immigration issues? Okay, add another 4,600 for every single one of those. You guys, for those of you that are here, I only have a couple moderators in the house tonight. So if you are typing something in the chat room that you want me to see, make sure you do the @Atomic News. That way it highlights and I can see it. Please don't do any super chats to me tonight. Just tonight, we're going to, if you can, send your love over to Randall K. Taylor, RKTNN. I'm going to put the link again one more time in the chat. His GoFundMe. If you are new and just jumped onto this live stream, Randall's channel is kind of on a hiatus right now because Randall has had 3 strokes in the past few weeks. He is unable to run his channel right now, so his family is kind of holding it up together for him and while he recovers. So he does not have his income right now from YouTube. So that they started this GoFundMe to help their family. Their family had to move. California was not good to them. And it would really be great if some of my viewers made donations tonight, okay? So, American taxpayers will get hit with an added tax bill of $10 billion to $23 billion if 2020 Democrat presidential candidates get their way and provide subsidized Obamacare-style health insurance to illegal immigrants, according to a new study. Didn't I tell you, like, in a couple live streams in the past few months, just wait and see. On your paycheck, you're going to have illegal immigrant tax. It'll be worded differently, but it's going to be. Because somebody has to pay for all these people. The Center for Immigration Studies said that it would cost an estimated $4,600 for each of the illegals who do not now have insurance. The Immigration Reform Advocacy Group estimated that there are 4.9 million illegal immigrants eligible for taxpayer-subsidized insurance. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be eligible for squat. Okay? Here's a box of crackers and some peanut butter, and I'll give you a tent. I don't know. I mean, good luck. That's what they should qualify for. All right? That's what they should maybe be eligible for. But not healthcare like that. Oh, hell no. No. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Like, I don't know how to say it any other way. Hell no. In a separate report also issued today, the group said that immigrants cost far more than native citizens in Medicaid programs. Probably because they haven't had health care their whole lives. They're not vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. Then the ball keeps rolling. The average immigrant family created $2,796 in Medicaid costs compared to $1,983 for the average native family. So an American family, said the report. Remarkably, the costs are even higher for Hispanic immigrant families at $4,411. Among the promises made by Democrats, including Senator Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, and Elizabeth Warren, the pledge to extend health care insurance to illegal immigrants is one of the most controversial. No shit. The report from Stephen I don't know how to say his name. Camarota, research director at CIS, and associates Karen Ziegler and Jason Richwine is the first to put a price tag on the promise and called it a significant burden on taxpayers. You think? Currently, illegal immigrants are not allowed to participate in the healthcare exchanges established by the Affordable Care Act and cannot receive the advanced premium tax credit, the subsidies paid to insurance companies to help low-income people afford coverage, said the report. Well, that's good. Here are some of the key findings, okay? There are 4.9 million uninsured illegal immigrants with incomes low enough, less than 400% of the poverty threshold, to qualify for subsidies under the ACA. Given their age and income, the average cost of providing an ACA subsidy for an illegal immigrant would be about $4,600 each year. The total cost of providing ACA subsidies to illegal immigrants could be $22.6 billion annually if they all enrolled. The total cost, assuming a more realistic enrollment rate, is $10.4 billion per year. While the overall cost would be large, the average subsidy illegal immigrants would receive is still smaller than the average ACA subsidy. This is primarily because illegal immigrants are a relatively young population. Well, yeah, because you don't get the old people over there trekking across the desert. They leave those people behind. All right, that's why you see a lot of unaccompanied minors. A lot of military age men, because those are the ones that can make the journey, whether it be through the desert or with a smuggler, in the back of a semi truck, or various different ways. Okay, they're the ones that are most likely to survive. Whereas you get the sick and elderly, they're not going to survive it, especially in the desert. And so that's why so many young people come. There is a significant political pressure to provide coverage to people in the country illegally. It seems almost certain that over time, pressure will grow to provide health care to low-wage guest workers and other temporary immigrants as well. The high cost of providing health care to less educated workers who earn modest wages is a reminder that tolerating illegal immigration or allowing such workers into the country legally is likely to create a significant burden for taxpayers. Yeah. So what do y'all think about that? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of Benjamins. All right. And I'm lucky that my insurance here in Arizona is better than it was when I was in Illinois, and we pay less through Mr. Atomic's employer. It's not cheap, all right? But I still would rather have what I have now than government-controlled healthcare any day. I want to control my healthcare, not the government. I want to be able to say, I've got the best coverage because I worked my ass off for it. He worked his ass off for it. All right. I don't want anybody else in control of my future. I want to be in control of my future. There are a bunch of lazy people in this world and they don't care. You want to give me the free government cheese? Go ahead. I'll take it. That's the way some people are. Okay. But they're not in control of their lives. And that's a sad thing to think about. Can you imagine living that way day to day? Somebody else is controlling your entire life. That's what socialism is. So, next article. Oh, speaking of Democrats. Hold up, wait a minute. I got a tweet for you. This is a tweet from Charlie Kirk, okay? He's going to be at this event that I'm going to tomorrow night. He says, Elizabeth Warren just released a new policy. Under her plan, anyone who identifies as transgender while trying to illegally cross the border must be allowed to enter the United States. So what would stop illegal aliens from identifying as a different gender for free entry? Ding, ding, ding. Every single one of them. They're going to do whatever they need to be able to get into the U.S. Okay, that's why we have such a problem with child trafficking right now. That's why we have such a problem with children being recycled. Okay, they get used. It's their golden ticket to get across the border, so they appear to be a family unit. Okay, and then they're treated differently. They're treated differently in detention centers. Okay, when they're a family unit. You're going to see the entire population from Central America come up and be like, I'm a woman, but I'm transitioning to be a man. And then what? We're going to grant them all access just because they're transgender? No, absolutely not. You know what she's doing? She's pandering. Okay, which the Democrats are wonderful at. Okay, that's all they do is they pander to different minorities, to different groups. And you know who the queen of pandering is? Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is the queen of pandering. Watch her Twitter. Every few days, it'll be a new minority group, okay, whether it be LGBTQ or Native Americans or Black people. Like, she'll pick a group and she'll pander to them every few days, and then she'll rotate and go back. Oh, yeah. And I call her out on it on Twitter all the time. And I'm like, this is the new group she's pandering to. Okay, Beto panders to illegals all the time. All the time. So this is what Elizabeth Warren is doing right now, is she's pandering to now the LGBTQ blah, 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 blah community. All right? That's because that's all they have. Those are the only cards they have to play, really, is just using minorities. When are these minorities or these groups going to wake up and realize that the Democrats don't give a flying fuck about them, that they're just being used? All right, every election cycle, they reach out to the Black people. Every election cycle, they care about those LGBTQ people, but in between, what have they done for them? Nothing. Just like they've done nothing about the border. They bitched about that for weeks. Toilet water, hi. Okay, what have they done? Nothing. As far as, gun control and whatnot, what have they done? Nothing. And they keep saying, oh, well, we keep trying to bring this to a vote, that to a vote. Well, you know what? They're only going to bring this or that to a vote if it's actually good policy. All right. They're just throwing out a bone to make it look like they're doing something. That's all it is. They don't care what that, their policy looks like that they're throwing out. They just continue to waste money. That's the Democrats for you. Waste money. And that's what this whole impeachment thing is, this whole bitching about Syria thing. It's money. They're just wasting money and they're not going to do anything about it. Watch, you guys, watch. And then when you see it happening, you're going to be like, oh my God, Atomic News, she was right. Okay. Like, you guys know I have a neurological issue. Okay. Like, I had surgery back here. And that's why sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm going to spit because, I thought I had a stroke one time, but it was Bell's palsy and the whole side of my face was paralyzed at one time. But it passed. Mr. Atomic had the whole same thing too, which is creepy, but he didn't have that surgery back here. He didn't have to have that. But yeah. So, anyway, going on. Let's go back to my articles here. Sorry. One of these days, when I actually have some time, I'm going to switch over to the new system to stream so that I can just bring these articles up on the screen for you rather than me just looking at stuff. It's all part of me working 2 jobs, basically. Okay, I work full time in retail, and then I have this YouTube. Okay, then I also have a family and 6 dogs. So one of these days, I'm gonna get there. But for now, we're good. Okay, I'm not sitting in my bed in Illinois with my phone like this, talking to you guys like I used to be, at least. Okay, so things change. Anyway, the next thing I want to tell you about, polls. Okay. New poll shows Democrats beating Trump in head-to-head matchups. This is hilarious. And this is from Fox News, which I thought was really interesting. But it shows Joe Biden, 52%, Trump, 38%. Bernie Sanders, 48%, Trump, 40%. Elizabeth Warren, 46%, Trump, 40%. Kamala Harris, 42%, Trump, 40%. Okay, it's right there. You guys think I'm crazy? Here, I hope you guys can see that. Okay, you guys don't believe polls like this, please don't. And I realize this is Fox, and Fox is somewhat lesser of a
fake news, fake news
than some of the others. Okay, they all provide fake news at one point or another, but you know, some are worse than others. CNN. And okay, do you guys remember when the election, you know, happened between Trump and Hillary? Hillary was killing it, right? Hillary was winning everywhere. It was going to be a landslide. Trump had no chance. Okay, if you listen to those polls, you would have been dragging ass. You would have been like broken. You would have been like disappointed and down. And that's why these polls come out. Okay, these fake polls, the fake news. Don't believe these polls, okay? Because ask anybody you know, like, okay, if you're part of any conservative groups or chats or anything, you have a big group on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, ask them, how many of you have been polled? I'm just curious, has anybody in my chat ever been polled on anything political before? Can you please let me know? Type yes if you have been, no if you've never been polled on anything before. Just curious, whether it be online or in person or by mail. No. Okay, a couple yeses. All right, Granny Goose, all right. No, never. Rocky Mountain Robin says yes. Okay, by phone. Okay, you got one, Granny Goose, by phone. Interesting. I don't answer phone calls, so I would never get one by phone. But a lot of you are no, right? I just had like a type of poll basically from the Republicans, because I'm a registered Republican. I'm registered here in my county and in my city to do whatever I can do to help as far as elections and voting. I'll probably be used come elections to at polling stations, but I've never been asked anything politically, even if it was at the grocery store and someone's like, hi, can you answer some of your questions? Never. Never. Neither is Mr. Atomic or anybody I know personally in my family or friend circle. Okay. So just think about that. Where are these polls coming from? I don't know, somebody's butt. Somebody pulled these polls out of their a-hole. All right. And they are fake news.
Come on, you are fake news. Okay, you're fake news.
So don't believe polls when you see them like that, because I'm going to tell you, you want to know the truth. You want to know the real truth about what the only poll you should be watching is the size of rallies. All right. You guys saw, I believe it was Charlie Kirk that posted it too, where there were pictures of just the thousands and thousands of people at the stadium at one of the last rallies for Trump. And he said, impeach this. It was fabulous. It was fabulous. It was beautiful. And compare the rallies, because not a single Democrat candidate can even come close to what Donald Trump can pull. All right. Democrats can maybe fill a banquet hall. Donald Trump could fill a football stadium. That is the poll you should be listening to. Is what you see with your own eyes, not what somebody's telling you on the other end of a computer or the TV or your phone. All right, that's what you should be believing is your own eyes. All right, that's my 2 cents from Atomic News today. Okay, you guys, for those of you that are just coming in and you are new to this, I'm putting the link one more time in the chat. Please support RKTNN, Randall K. Taylor News Network. I don't want anybody to send me any super chats tonight. I think they just held my own link for a review. What? I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong. But anyway, we're trying to show some love and support to Randall's family. Randall had 3 strokes. And I can definitely be sympathetic to that, considering I thought at one time I had a stroke. Most of his family's income is from YouTube. He has a big political YouTube channel. He's a funny guy. And I would rather you guys tonight, instead of donating to my channel, donate to Randall's family and help his family out while he is in recovery from his 3 strokes. And like I said earlier today, yes, he has criticized my channel in the past. I know he knows who I am, but that's okay. That's okay, because we're all different, and that's why we all subscribe to different channels, so we can get a little bit of this or a little bit of that from various different sources and make our own educated decisions on what we do or do not believe, right? If we all watch the same channel day in and day out, it'd be pretty boring, right? If you guys watch me day in and day out, you probably would be like, just a few times a week is good. Not every day, every second, every hour, right? But that's why we subscribe to multiple channels, because each YouTuber has something else to offer. So thank you all for anybody who has sent or plans to send money through this GoFundMe account for Randall. This GoFundMe account was set up by somebody close to the family. It was not set up by me, but I'm just using my platform to see if I can try and help them further. By resourcing. I'm resourcing. So, oh my God, I've been talking for 52 minutes. Is there anybody that wants to call in and talk to me? Moderators, you can throw up the number if you want. Area code 480-216-6140. If anybody wants to call in and talk about any of these things I've talked about today, whether it be drugs coming across the border or 2020 Democrats and their fuckery. I don't know what you'd call that. Polls, all that kind of fun stuff. 480-216-6140 if you want to give me a call. I do have another article, though, that I can go over with you guys, because I do have a little bit more time to talk to you guys about the polls and the shootouts. There is another drug bust, though. Yes. I don't even know if I can pronounce this, you guys. Why do they gotta make life so difficult? Alamogordo, New Mexico. Some of you guys are probably laughing at me. Wednesday night, U.S. Border Patrol agents at a checkpoint north of El Paso. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Seized narcotics worth more than $800,000 from a single vehicle. That's a lot of money for a single vehicle. While conducting a routine immigration inspection, Border Patrol agents stopped a gray Saturn Vue for further investigation. Agents interview the driver, a United States citizen, after the driver consented to a vehicle search. Well, I guess how's he going to say no? I mean, what's he going to do? Say no? I mean, I guess you have to consent at that point, right? A U.S. Border Patrol canine performed a non-intrusive inspection of the vehicle and alerted, indicating the possible presence of narcotics. A secondary search using X-ray technology found abnormalities in the rear quarter panels of the vehicle. Border Patrol agents then conducted a thorough search of the vehicle and found 17 bundles wrapped in clear cellophane and tinfoil, a type of concealment method often used by narcotic smugglers. The bundles contained over 25 pounds of methamphetamines. You know, I don't know why they're trucking in methamphetamines, because we can cook it here. All right. I used to work with somebody who had a shady past. He doesn't now, but he did when he was young, like in his 20s. And they would literally go pop a tent in the desert and cook it in the desert. All right. He told me one time about how they were circling above him in helicopters one time, and they were in the desert, and they were doing it like in the dark because they didn't want the helicopters to see him. And I'm thinking, okay, well, hi, what about your thermal signature? But and then he told me one time about how they raided his house, and they never thought to check the shower. And he was in the shower. All right. They got his friend. His friend got arrested and went to jail and whatever, but they didn't do a thorough investigation. Clearly, if he was in the shower and they didn't catch him. And then I guess they had it in the trees, and or something like that. And they had so much money. Okay. They had so much money from cooking their own methamphetamines that they buried the cash in glass blocks, like that you'd use in like, building your house, those glass blocks, in the backyard. And he says to this day, he doesn't know if those are still in the backyard. And I'm like, what's the address? I'll go check for you. How about that? We'll do a little atomic news investigation. I'll go see if there's any of those glass blocks left in the backyard. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of like pointless, kind of like weed. Why would anybody would be smuggling weed over the border? I don't know, because you can access it so easily here. Medical marijuana is here. Okay, all you got to do is run over, pay $99 to go see a doctor here and say, oh, my back hurts, whatever. And they'll try and get any records they can. But if they can't get any records, then guess what? That doctor will make a decision, and they'll make a decision in your favor. They just will. And then you pay $250 to get your green card of a different kind, and then you're smoking. All right. And then you don't have to worry about buying it illegally or getting it from drug dealers or anything like that. It's not that difficult. And if you are on welfare, if you have an EBT card and you get food stamps or you get cash assistance, you can get a discounted green card. Okay, I think it's only like $170 then, if you're on welfare. So if you're on welfare here in the state of Arizona, and you need your greens, all right, you're on the green diet, it's cheaper for you. Yeah. So if I wanted to go right now and get myself a green card, I'd have to pay full price because I am not on welfare. Oh my gosh. Yes, I know all this. Yes, I do know all this because I don't sleep very much. All right. And when I'm not sleeping, I'm on my phone. Mr. Atomic is next to me snoring, and I'm learning things for you guys, not just myself, but for you guys, so I can talk to you on these live streams. You guys, if you have not hit that like button, you guys hit the like button. There's 83 people in here and 81 likes, so somebody's a creeper. Probably Mr. Atomic. He says he's the creeper. Go in and hit the like button, Black Bart. TKO, how you doing, honey? I still haven't sent you that thing that I was going to send you. I'm so bad. With all those problems with my car that I didn't have my own car for like 2.5 weeks, I still haven't sent you that package, but don't worry. It's safe here, all right? I still have it. I'm going to send it to you, so don't worry. You'll get it, okay? I have something for her because she's my moderator, and she's really cool, and she does all this for me all the time. She's always in here moderating. Like, I don't know what you do for a living or what you do in your life, but I swear to God, every time I live stream, that girl is there for me. So I gotta send her some love. I'm sending her one of those Trump dolls. You guys, when I did that giveaway, I saved one just for her too. I didn't have to save one for Mr. Atomic because he could care less, but I did save one for Jen from AZ Patriots too. So I'm going to give that to her this week when we do our shenanigans. I think it's going to be Wednesday that we're doing our next planned shenanigans. So I will live stream on that. Or if I can't get a signal from where I am, I'll video it and I'll upload it to the channel. And then I know that the event tomorrow, I will have videos for you too. But I could read the rest of this article, you guys, but it's the same old, people bringing drugs over the border. Drugs over the border. Where are the Democrats right now caring about the drugs coming over the border? Remember, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They only care about the minorities that they can take advantage of and get control of. That does not include druggies. All right. So that is all I had for you guys today. Make sure you guys, please, please go support Randall and his family. I'm going to put that link in the chat one more time in case any of you guys missed it. RKTNN. The channel is on hiatus right now because Randall had 3 strokes, and I'm asking that all of my subscribers, anybody that views this video, please don't super chat me tonight. Please, if you were going to super chat me, please take that donation that you're going to send to me and please send it over to Randall's family because they are in need. This GoFundMe link that I just put into the chat, they that was set up by a close friend or family member, somebody close to the family. For them, they're trying to raise money because Randall's income is not incoming right now. I'm going to go to that link. Hold on. And I am going to see what they're at here real quick. Give me just a sec. RKTNN, because I want to know
which size?
What they're at. When I donated, they were only at like $500. And I know that today they've gotten a lot of donations. Okay, so the goal is $15,000 right now. Okay, since last night, all right, when I donated last night, I believe it was last night, or it was somewhere during the day yesterday, they were only at like $500, okay? Now they're at $9,246. So that's amazing. And if any of you can, okay, see there's their campaign. That's Randall. You guys probably recognize him if you've, seen any of his videos. I can only imagine how difficult it is. I've had my own issues and scare thinking that I had a stroke at one time, but I thank God I didn't. My dad has had a stroke before and he survived and he does very well now. He recovered. We got him, taken care of very quickly. But I know Randall had some other existing health issues that may have come into play. And I'm not giving out any information that, the family hasn't already given out. So, nobody worry about that. You can go see the videos his family's put up on the channel and hear the same stuff. But you can also hear what I would suggest if you want to know what's happening to him. Go watch the last video that his wife and his daughter posted. It's very informative as far as what's going on with him. And I just really hope he gets better and he can make his videos again because I really thoroughly enjoy watching his channel and he makes me laugh. He's a good guy. So yes, please guys, if you can, donate to him, help his family out, shoot him over a few bucks. I'm sure this is very difficult for them all. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight to you all. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream. I will live stream again sometime this week. Not sure exactly when because shenanigans are happening. So until the next live stream, you guys, peace out.